So Saturday the 31st of December, that's close enough to Christmas, isn't it? Yes, everyone, it's that time of year again where we do our annual Christmas vlog, and today it's very late because usually I record it on Christmas Day and get it up that day because typically my family, we just do things for like 3 hours from like 2 to 3 p.m. to about 5 or 6, and then they go off to a bar or something and have a good time, whereas I and my brother go back to our homes and play video games. But that didn't happen this year because the bar was closed, thankfully for once my mum got a break, and alternatively, we also had another family member. My Uncle David came back home from Germany for about 2-3 weeks, so we spent a good 3 hours at least on Christmas Day playing Monopoly. I won, by the way, in case you were wondering. Everyone else absolutely hated the experience. My brother was handed everything on a silver platter, and he shouldn't have been, and he didn't deserve any of it, but we got to, kick him out and crush him because that's what he deserves. And then my cousin Ben just sort of lost interest, and my aunt and my mum also lost interest, but eventually we just had to let them bankrupt as normal. No one was going to just walk away from the table. No, that's not how it works in our family. But anyway, yes, all that aside, I've had a very busy week, which is why I'm only getting this video recorded now, and in general, busy is the word that defines 2022 as a whole for me, which explains a lot of things, because I've actually wanted to make a vlog after the Sonic Origins playthrough, after the Sonic Frontiers playthrough, and on Christmas Day, and as you can see, none of those happened, and now it's happening today instead. So I think I'll just sort of encapsulate everything in this vlog as we normally do, because that's what we do on these Christmas vlogs. Usually I go over like how good the year was, how bad the year was, it's a recap of like what's happened to me in my own personal life as well as on the channel, and I sometimes go over Christmassy things. I mean, you can see my bag back here. There's not really anything that interesting in it. I didn't ask for anything this year, so I just got some random stuff that they thought I would like, including the Cube. It's a game. I don't know how to play it, but it's the Cube. Something else that you can probably see in the background is I got the Millennium Puzzle box, which was from my brother, because I already got the Millennium Puzzle earlier in the year that I got for myself. And I did solve the Millennium Puzzle without a guide on my own. I had it built sort of in the wrong order though, so I disassemble it and then look up a guide and put it back together so it was more sturdy. It's still not that sturdy though, but it's still fucking cool. I've always wanted a Millennium Puzzle that I can actually wear that's like to size, like to show accurate. That's pretty cool. And then the puzzle box, I wasn't going to get it, but for Christmas, well, my brother wanted the puzzle, and I thought, well, I may as well get the puzzle box. Same amount of money, it's a nice exchange, and then I get both, and he gets a puzzle as well, so why not? I don't know, I didn't really get anything for Christmas, because I didn't ask, and because there's like more things going on than thinking about like what there is to get for Christmas. I don't know. I had a lot more things on my mind, essentially, which we'll go into because that comes into the next part of like, I want to just talk about the year first and then talk about what's coming next. And the reason why I got nothing for Christmas, that was like, well, I got stuff, but like the reason why I didn't ask for anything is because of what comes next year. But let's talk about 2022. So 2022, as mentioned at the end of last year's vlog, or at the end of last year in that vlog, I got a new job. I left my old job, my retail job of 6 years on December 24th. So it's been over a full year now. It's been fantastic to not be in retail. I fucking hated it. I recommend anyone in retail to get the fuck out as soon as possible. And my new job, again, I won't talk about what it is, but it's more customer service. And I'm not going to go into specifics of what kind of industry or anything like that. But let's just say it is better paid, it is full-time hours, which is why I haven't been uploading or streaming as much, because I just simply do not have the time, because as I mentioned, the word that encapsulates all of 2022 for me is busy, and I haven't had the time or mental energy to make videos. To get Sonic Origins and Sonic Frontiers uploaded at all, I had to take like time off work to get those videos done, and obviously we get like holidays, so I took my holidays off to play video games, to record them for YouTube. That's what I did, rather than enjoy my time to myself or play the games for myself. I took that time off specifically to make those videos, and even then, I never got them finished within that 1 week block for Sonic Origins or 2 week block for Sonic Frontiers, because of either how long I made the videos or how long the games were themselves. That said, I had a fucking blast doing that. But yeah, the new job, before I jump into like middle of the year, because that's when the Origins came out, the new job has been going pretty well. I will have been there a year as of the first week of January, so it's weird because it doesn't feel like a year at all. it's been going very well. I've gotten to know a couple of my colleagues. I still don't know a lot of them because it's not a job where you can easily talk to people because you're on the phone as customer service. So talking to people isn't as easy. You know, there's not as much camaraderie there because I don't get the chance to bond, but there are other ways that they can get people to bond, and I just don't do them because I'm not a social person, and it doesn't bother me that much. But in general, the job itself has been pretty good. Like, it is better paying, it is more hours, and it has led me to some interesting developments. I've been able to save more, and that has led into the thing that will come to next year, which is the whole... that's what the title is alluding to. But we'll get to that. I'm all over the damn show here. But yeah, new job in general, very, very good. The staff there, both the employees and the people who would be higher than me, like the team leaders, the seniors, and even like managers, like there's not a single person that I've interacted with where I've gone like, oh god, it's this person, they're gonna make this place a hell. It is weird. It doesn't feel right because everyone's too nice, and it feels like there's some sort of thing there where it's gonna bite me in the ass, and so far it hasn't, because it's just really damn good, and I'm so perplexed that a job like this exists. And like, yes, it is still hard. It's not an easy job because I'm working with something that's a bit more important than just retail, and I'm working with something that whenever the customers come on and they're angry, oh, they're angry. So it is equally, if not more stressful than retail, but then the pros just heavily outweigh the negatives because just the people I work for, the company I work for, and then the just straight up, like, I don't care about money, but just the pay alone being better. Like, I feel like I'm being paid more my worth, which is fantastic, because in retail, you're not paid what you're worth. So yeah, job going well. It's been a great year so far. I'm interested to see how that keeps going. Ideally, I would like to move into a field where I'm not dealing with customers, because that's not my favorite thing in the world. If I could even stay where I am in my job and just do like admin work where I'm just on the computer the whole day, or at a printer, or inputting stuff into a machine, that would be me very happy. And, you know, I do get to do some of that in my job. They put me on admin work pretty quickly, so that was fantastic. So I have been enjoying all that aspect of it too. And, you know, where I go from here, who knows? But that was that. And I mean, throughout the rest of the year, there hasn't really been a whole lot to do. Like, obviously I turned 27 because you have a birthday every year. Wow. So I'm closing in on 30, which is interesting. My brother turned 30 this year, so it's now setting in that we're getting old, even if I still look like a baby face when I'm shaved. So there's that. Not really much else happened throughout the year. Just been hanging out with friends. We have our board game league with a trophy. You can still see it there. I've got 4th place right now. I'm currently in the running to win 1st place this time around. It's no big deal. In fact, I'm recording this before the New Year's Eve board game session, so I was like, this is the only time I have to record, so let's just do it. So yeah, just having more fun, just relaxing and enjoying myself. I guess we can talk about content in that regards. Being a 9-to-5 worker has made it very, very difficult to make videos and stream, if you might not have noticed. So daily streams just stopped because one Sunday I was too tired, then the next Sunday I couldn't pick it up again, then the Sunday after that I still couldn't pick it up again. I was too tired, or I wasn't interested, and eventually I just went, fuck it, I guess I'm done. So I want to keep on streaming, but it is so... It's not so much that the streams themselves are draining, because it's only 2 hours in a day on a Sunday, but because I'm doing, you know, Monday to Friday work now, when I stream on a Sunday 7 to 9 p.m. or 9 to 11, I immediately then have to go into, right, this is now my limited amount of relaxing time, because I've dedicated that specific block to streaming, and that can be extended by having people there that are watching, or, you know, I end it right there at the 9 p.m. or the 11 p.m. slot. And in general, it's like a mental thing. It's like I'm mentally drained, even though physically I might not be tired. So it's just a matter of, like, I like having my free time. And after I do the streams, it's like I don't really have a whole lot of free time left, so therefore I stay up super late, and then that makes my Monday a lot more hell. And I still do that now, even without streaming. But the problem is, like, there's no easy way to do the stream and not feel that fatigue. So I just sort of stopped doing it because it was just too much for me at that time, because I'm working 40 hours a week, and then I'm doing streams on Sunday right before I go into that 40-hour work week again, and it was just too tiring. And my Saturdays and Sundays I like to have dedicated to my friends where possible, so I started
dedicating my Sundays to my friends again, and oh, it was so nice. It was so nice to not have to worry about streaming as much as I love doing it and stuff. It was just nice to finally have that time back to myself. So I don't think I'll be going back to stream Sundays for a while. I'm just enjoying the holiday of it, basically. I would love if my work implemented a 4-day work week that didn't affect my income, because then I could stream on Sundays again. The idea of getting Monday off, for example, I could stream Sundays and then wake up on Monday and not worry about fatigue because I'm not working. That would be the ideal. But for the time being, I don't know what I'm doing about streams. I don't even know if I'm going to keep on doing it on Twitch. I might switch to YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing. Everything is up in the air. Christmas in general, it doesn't feel like Christmas this year. I'm not even... I brought these home. I'm not even wearing my paper hats. I got 2. We had a last year's cracker and this year's cracker, and so I opened 2 of them and merged the 2 hats, and they've just been sitting here for the vlog, sitting here on my soundboard for the vlog, and I haven't put them on because I spent an extra week waiting to make this video because I was busy. You know, I got back to work. I did get Boxing Day the 26th and the 27th off. I even get Monday the 2nd off because of New Year's, which is more than I ever got off at my old job, so that's fantastic. But I've just been busy. If I'm not working, I'm sleeping because I've been staying up too late, or I've been falling asleep at my job, which don't tell my colleagues that, but they probably know it anyway. Yeah, I'm so tired all the time as usual, and then I'm falling asleep in the middle of the day, which means that when I wake up there's no time to do anything, or I'm dedicating my time again to my friends and playing board games or playing video games with Matthew, and it's like there's not been like many evenings where I have time for myself, and whenever you only get 2 days off a week with the Saturday and the Sunday, you kind of just don't want to dedicate that to more work, because at the end of the day, as much as I love making videos, it is work. I have to spend multiple hours editing, multiple hours rendering. When I was doing the Sonic Frontiers playthrough, I mentioned it in like the last episode or so, that those recording sessions got to the stage where it was like 4 or 5 hours of recording at one given time, and then the export time for Elgato was in the 10 to 12 hour range. It was disgusting, and when that's exporting, I can't do shit with my computer because I don't want to risk it crashing. I don't want to risk losing those files, because otherwise they're just gone, and I've wasted that entire recording session and the export time. So, don't know how to improve that. I even put a post up on their Reddit trying to be like, how can I improve export times? And no one had an answer, or no one responded to me, so I don't know. But yeah, shit is busy. I'm lucky that I got Origins and Frontiers done at all. I'm so happy I got Frontiers done from start to finish 100%, because I thought when I started that, this is going to end up like Adventure 2, and I'm not going to finish it. And I do intend on finishing Adventure 2. Adventure 2 is in this weird state where I know exactly what I want for the next episode, but just getting it done is the hard part because it's time-consuming and effort, and I'm just at the minute, I'm like, I don't have that time or that effort to put in. I will finish Adventure 2. But anyway, I think that's a good summary so far of the year, which I guess brings us to the end of the year. That is the big news, which is part of the title, and it leads into next year. Your boy bought a house. Yeah, so I'm going to be a homeowner from having this new job in pretty much less than a year. Just the amount of money that I've been able to make just from doing a 9 to 5 with better pay and with what my wages are. So I have a bit of savings, not a lot, but enough that they were able to go like, okay, you can put down an income, or you can put down a deposit, and the bank and a scheme called co-ownership will decide whether or not you can buy a house with you know, a mortgage and a loan, and together it gave me enough to buy a house, and so I've bought one. I'm just waiting to move in. Everything on my end is done, and I'm super excited to get it done. I'm a bit worried about the size of the house and how I'm going to fit everything, but if I can live in one bedroom for this long with all this stuff, you can see even behind me, everything's getting out of control. There's nowhere to put anything. I don't have space anymore, so it's a good thing I'm getting a house now because I'm running out of space. That bag is still there because I don't know where to put the things that are in it. So I'm getting a house next year, hopefully January, hopefully February, not too sure. I have bought it, or at least I've told them I'm buying it. I'm just waiting on the current owners getting out. They just need to go through their deeds or whatever. They need to find a place for themselves and get out. They were lovely people, by the way. I'm not trying to rush them out. They were lovely, and the house is really nice, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm going to try and make it as good as I can for me and my needs, and make the living room a brilliant recording setup. But in general, yeah, I'm moving house, and I could only have done it with this new job, so like it kind of ties back into that. And like, it helps obviously as well where I live. My mom doesn't, you know, charge me a whole lot to live here. I've been very blessed in a way of having the mother I do, the job I do, and being able to afford this at all. So I'm very thankful to everyone that sort of helped me get there, and I'm just sort of blown away by the fact I could do it in less than a year. It's astounding how easy that was, and it does help because co-ownership are the ones who are sort of helping get that pushed along, because if it was just me buying a house on my own with a mortgage, wouldn't be possible. But co-ownership is a thing that's literally there to help people become first-time buyers. And I know this sounds weird, like putting out on YouTube like I'm buying a house, because that's one of those things where like people do it as like a flex. It's more of a I'm excited for me as someone who has never lived on his own. I've only ever lived with my parents or my parent, and I'm finally getting to move out and be my own person, and I've only been able to do it because of this new job that I've worked hard at and earned that money. And even then, like, I don't have that money. Like, I'm getting loans. I'm going to be paying this off for the next 30 years or so, so it's not like I'm just buying a house like with YouTuber money. That shit doesn't happen. But I'm happy that I'm finally being able to do that, and hopefully that leads into new horizons where I have more recording time. I have time, because my problem is I always like to get in the mood for recording late at night when my mom is asleep or her fiance is asleep. If I have my own house, no one's a fucking asleep. It's just me. I'm living on my own, and I'm going to have Sybil with me, of course, until she inevitably goes, but hopefully that'll be a while. And yeah, I can't wait to go. And of course, you guys will be coming with me on the journey. And once that's done, hopefully more videos, hopefully more streams. But again, we never know what happens, because I said that with this house and I said it with my new job, and it just depends on how busy and tired I am as usual. But we'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to share that news. I've got a new house. I can't wait. I hate moving though. I can't fucking stand moving, but it'll be worth it. But yeah, that's basically the updates there. I mean, it's been a really good year for me, despite everything. As you can see, I even went to EGX again. I really didn't think so, but with the way COVID was sort of going down, I was like, yeah, I think I could willingly risk it. And I went, and I had a good time, and then somehow my brother caught it, and I didn't. I caught it in February earlier this year from my new job, ironically enough, so there's that. But yeah, I think that's everything. All in all, for me, it was a very good year, and it almost makes me feel kind of guilty, because around me, people have not had a great year themselves. Like, I've known people who have had to move house that didn't want to. I've known people who have lost their pets or loved ones, and it's been really weird for me, because it's like, you know, obviously I feel sympathy for all of them. I love all those people dearly, and I'm not going to go into specifics as to who is who or what happened to who, but like, obviously I'm not going to try and feel guilt for something that hasn't happened to me, but I empathize with all those people, and I love them dearly because they're close personal friends of mine. And it's been weird seeing all that whilst also hearing people say how bad 2022 was, whereas for me it's been very good. So I'm pretty happy for myself, but, you know, around me, people are suffering, and I still acknowledge that, and I don't want to be like, oh, what a great year, and bring everyone up, because I don't give a shit in that regard. Like, I don't count years as years or anything. Every day is a day. When the clock hits midnight and it goes to the 1st of 2023, it's just another day. None of it matters, and that's how I like to live life. Every day is its own thing. Now then, where was I? Sorry about that, folks. I just had a very sudden shit. Anyway, yes, so to summarize, pretty good year. I sort of forgot to mention, you know, one thing that happened in the channel, because I just sort of discussed Origins and Frontiers, because really that's all I really did this year, which was fantastic. I really enjoyed doing both those playthroughs. I know it's been pretty much nothing but Sonic this year, but honestly, I've had a fucking blast. I love Sonic. I'm glad to have finally done Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD on the channel, and in the most current relevant form I could in HD, rather than playing on my original Sega and stuff. And I'm glad I got to play the new one with Frontiers, which was a fucking great game. Like, I can't express enough how much I enjoyed that game. Yes, there's elements to it that were not fantastic, but oh my god, it's reignited a passion in me. It's been a fantastic year for Sonic in general, so getting Frontiers and Prime and Movie 2, it's... Ugh. And Origins itself was fine. It could use some touching up here or there, but I think in general it was still a fine package. But overall, like, I've had a swell year, and then because of Frontiers, we hit at last 900 subscribers. The last time we hit a subscriber milestone, I have it written on a sticky note here somewhere. We hit 800 on the 20th of September 2020, and then before that 700 on the 8th of April 2018. So nearly 2-year gaps between those 100 milestones, like between 70, 800 and then 800, 900. I'm finally on the final straight to 1,000. I've never been close to 1,000 in any of the years, any of the
15 years I've been on YouTube. I hope you saw my 15-year video, by the way. I put a lot of work into that, and I really wanted to go back and just capture like moments from like my old channel and my new channel, of like, here are some big moments of like old sketch videos or current or like gameplay, and it's like, here's all the things that like I remember or that I think, you know, radiate from me or are relevant to me, that I don't know, just felt good to put in a video that was sort of celebrating the last 15 years as like a bit of a nostalgia trip. But anyway, in all those 15 years, like, my old channel never got beyond 400 subscribers, and I never really worked on it properly to make that happen. This was the first channel where I was trying to make YouTube a thing. I have long since just accepted that's never going to happen without a lot more effort and time that I just no longer have. But I've got to that stage now where I'm okay with that. I've got to the stage now where if it happens, because I know that it's a pipe dream. I used to try and make it where it's like, I'm going to make it and I'm going to succeed. I know that's not believable anymore. It'll happen if it's going to happen, and I'm okay with that. In the meantime, it just means that the effort I'm going to put in will just be a matter of what I can realistically give. I'm not going to force it anymore. And honestly, it's been so much more fun because I'm only doing it when I want to do it. And, you know, there's a lot of backlog still. I still have 6 Among Us sessions from like 2020 with Niall, Dry, Jay, Noke, and all the other guys I streamed with. And I have Phasmophobia videos that I still need to record. Or edit, sorry, and it's like, I have all these things that I really want to finish and make, but like, those videos are always the hardest to make. I did an entire playthrough on Pokemon Platinum Randomizer Nuzlocke, and I want to condense those into highlights for YouTube as well, but that was 10 or 11 like 2-hour minimum length streams, and it's like, those are going to be a while to edit. So it's like, I have a lot of things I want to do, no time to do it. I still want to keep doing YouTube as much as I can, and I've been very thankful that you guys have joined me all along the way and are still here. You know, maybe the Discord is super quiet. It is mostly still Brisk that talks there. Shout out to Brisk for being one of the most iconic people in this channel, for being around for so long. I found like old Twitch clips from like 2014 where you can see Brisk is in the channel chatting away, and it's like, my god, she's been here forever. So thank you for all you've done for me, Brisk. She's also a mod of the Twitch channel. Not that I stream anymore at the minute, but, you know, she's there, and, like, I don't want to put responsibility on her. That's not her job, but, you know, it's been really nice having you along this journey, so thank you so much. And, of course, thank you to everyone else who's been with me from, like, start to finish or even joined in late. Of course, like, people that come to mind, of course, would be, like, Max Luigi. He's always been there and supported me, so thank you so much. There's also been like new friends I've met along the way, such as Chicken Arrow, and of course Niall and Jay and Dry, and it's like, you know, I haven't had a whole lot of time to talk and play with these people anymore, but big thanks to allowing me into your circles and letting me just do stuff with you, and for anyone who came to like support the channel as well, big preach all around. You know, whether you were a fellow streamer or content creator or whether you were just a viewer, I appreciate you either way for helping me in any way you can. I do love it, I do appreciate it, and I hope I can continue to make things, and even if it's sporadic, I hope you continue to enjoy those things. Just stick around, hopefully you have more stuff you enjoy, and I'm sorry that it's not super frequent, but the love is there. But yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's everything I want to say. I sort of just went on a rambly tangent. Nothing's written in front of me. I'm not even using my usual setup because usually my camera's over here in front of the computer. Right now I'm looking at my TV. This is like my game setup for like my console recording because my consoles are in front of me. Like, this is pretty much the only scene you've seen all year because I've been playing nothing but Sonic. So I just thought, let's just keep it here and do it this way for once because I always record it the other way. And there's nothing exciting behind me anyway, so there you go. You can see all my lovely stuff there behind me that's usually behind a green screen. But anyway, I'm rambling, as I always do. I expected this one to be short this year because I thought I have nothing really to say. I have a new house and that's about it. So yeah, the next vlog you see from me will probably be introducing you to the new house as we figure out what the hell we're doing with it, because I have to buy furniture. I have to figure out how it's going to look. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, if I'm completely honest. But it's an exciting thing all the same, so that's something to look forward to for next year. And even when we're in that new place, and it will be weird, you know, new background, and ooh, I'm still going to finish those videos from this location and get them up, and I don't care how weird it looks because it's like, yeah, I don't live here anymore, or I won't live here anymore, but like, I recorded those videos and I want them to go up at some point. And
by God, yes, sometimes I record things in 2018 and upload them in 2022, but by George, they'll get uploaded sometime. They're still funny. I don't think it matters when they get uploaded, but anyway, I know I said to me it doesn't matter because every day is its own day, and that's how I like to live life. I don't really like to block things into like this week or this month or this year. Like, you can do that to sort of summarize like an opinion or a thought of how you've been feeling lately. And for 2022 as a year, like, yeah, I've had a pretty good year. And whilst it doesn't matter to me, like, once it transfers to 2023, it's going to feel exactly the same. It just matters what comes to me on a day-by-day basis. That's how I live. But I want to hear from you. Did you have a good 2022? How did it go? Leave your comments. Tell me what you hope for the next year. Or if you're like me and just take it as a day at a time, let me know if you're just hoping that your days get better, or if your days have been pretty good so far in general. And also let me know what you got for Christmas, because that's a thing that's what this vlog is supposed to be. This is supposed to be Christmas. I used to do these every year at Christmas Day, and then last year was Boxing Day because I was too busy Christmas. I think I fell asleep. And then this year was so busy it took me an extra week. And then I used to also do a New Year's vlog, so consider this both. Consider this both. It like mingled because I'm recording it on New Year's, but this is technically my Christmas vlog. I don't fucking care. It's all the same thing. In general, I've had a pretty good year. I'm happy. I'm pretty satisfied in general. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next year. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in terms of videos and streams as per usual, but I hope you stick with me. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say or do. I've got some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to slog through because those games were an interesting train wreck to release. But thank you so much for watching, my friends. And yeah, Happy New Year, I guess. See you soon. Bye.